I was up $40,000 on this one trade and I ended up locking in $21,000. Now, most traders would look at that and say, I lost $19,000, I was tilting, but I'm telling you right now, this was the best trade I have taken all month. Here's the reality only a few will show you. The first 9 days of December, absolutely trash. Choppy price action, no volume, wiki price action, nothing. And I was basically green $2,000 for the month before this trade in the first 9 trading days, but then I made $21,000 on the 10th day of the month. I had to sit on my hands for nearly 2 weeks, waiting, preserving capital, ignoring subpar setups, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the technicals and why giving back profit was the price I paid for trading this stock and this setup correctly. I will also show you my broker statement for this month at the end of this video for verification purposes. So let's get into the charts. But before we do that, I was actually at the beach in the morning on the same day, having nice family time at the beach. I recorded a few clips, but unfortunately, most of the clips I recorded were in like HDR, and I'm just gonna play what I have. Then I came back home and started recording a vlog sort of video because I knew that Tesla might turn out to be a good setup. So let's start with that first. Back home, it's 5:40 p.m., my pre-market routine time, and I actually went for a haircut as well. I don't know if you can notice it, but I got a haircut as well. After the beach, gave my dog a shower, and then I went for a haircut, took a shower myself, and now I'm in front of my setup. I was not planning to trade like I mentioned in the last clip or last to last clip whenever I mentioned that, but Tesla kind of looks good. It doesn't look good off the open, but maybe it can turn out to be a good setup a bit later. It's not like a playbook setup right at the market open, but if you get like a nice R wall with high R wall, a volume push above 450 can be a decent trade. So that's why I'm actually having my second coffee, because I don't know about you guys, but personally beach days are amazing. I love beach days, but it drains you. Maybe it's the sun, you just feel tired after that, and I was feeling like that. I was like, you feel relaxed and tired, you just feel like dozing off. And that's why I'm having my second coffee for the day, because if not Tesla, I'm going to start working on the Summit Academy, and that's what I've been doing for the past 2-3 weeks, to be honest. And that's why, like, the market is not moving, we all know that. So for the past 2-3 weeks, I just work on the Summit Academy. I'm going to show you. So this is one of my desktops that is like trading desktop, my trading setup. And if I just switch over to the second desktop, this is the Summit Academy. You guys can see Academy project I was working on like the Premiere Pro, editing a video. And that's why you need something apart from trading as well. People always ask me, why do you sell courses? Why do you do anything else? Because you're making money from trading. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this one question. I'm gonna keep it really simple. I'm gonna give an example of Elon Musk. Again, there's no comparison here. I'm not comparing anyone, but he sold his company, the first company like PayPal, something like that. I think it was PayPal, for like $50 or $100 million. He invested half the money in SpaceX and half the money in Tesla. He could have relaxed on the beach. It's all about the growth mindset, waking up in the morning and feeling like I need to achieve something. And trading can't be the only thing you do in your life, because sometimes the market dies down. We have seen that October was a shitty month for the market. November, we had a few playbook setups. December was again, it's like a slow month for the market. In the past 10 trading days in December, I have playbooked one setup of NVDA, which I posted on my live trading channel as well. The other channel, the link will be in the description box below. But you need something else, because if you are just living to trade, it won't work out, because during this time, like when the market is slow, you're going to blow up your account. So it's not like, yes, I started doing social media when I started in 2019. And I don't know why I did that. You guys can see, like you guys can go on my YouTube and Instagram. I started doing social media back in 2019 itself. No one asked me to do it, but I did it. And because of that, yes, I can leverage it to do something else apart from trading. For me, it's focusing on social media, Summit Academy. For you, if you're not on social media, then you can do something else. Maybe do drop shipping, or maybe focus on your life, or maybe focus on fitness, go to the gym, or maybe have a side gig, open a side business, because trading can't be the only thing you do in life. Like, I don't think so that's sustainable, first of all, and it won't give you that sense of fulfillment every day waking up in the morning, because you know when the market it's not looking good and it won't be good for the next 3-4 weeks, then why to even wake up? Just keep sleeping. And that's what happens with a lot of traders. That's why you need something else apart from trading as well. It's almost pre-market webinar time for the Discord members, so we're gonna do the webinar and just wait and see if anything sets up. If not, I'm gonna start working on the Summit Academy. So let's break down my trades for the day. And today I was actually a roller coaster day, same day expiry if you trade same day expiry, but let's try to see what happened. As explained, before the market opened up, I took Tesla, had a nice volume breakout above 450. I entered right here around 450.6. The first entry was the next week expiry contracts. And then my first partial on the next week expiry was at 936. So I held it for good. I took my first partial at R6, which is the cam levels I talk about. You guys can check out the video I posted on the cam levels. And then after that, my first partial was right here. And then the second partial was at 938, this candle. After that, I added same day expiry. So I mentioned that in the Discord group as well, that I don't like trading same day expiry as the first trade of the day, because it's like a roller coaster thing. Same day expiry, they are very volatile. So when I was up, I was up around $14,000 on the first trade itself, unrealized, I would say 5-6K. Then right here, I added the same day expiry. And I made like 21K on that ad. So my first trade on the next week expiry was like $11,000, including the last exit I took. On the same day expiry, I added, and on this push towards the upside, that was like a 50%. The premiums moved more than 50%, and I made $20,000 on it, $21,000. And after that, I was still holding 20 contracts partial, the first trade I took right here. I took all my profits on the same day expiry because they are very volatile. So there's no point holding the same day expiry through pullbacks. So if I get a push like this, I'm going to exit my same day expiry. But I was still holding 20 contracts from the initial entry, next week expiry contracts. And those contracts I exited, the 20 contracts right around here. You guys can see 20 is at 10.10. So this is where I exited. But then I got a bit emotional because I was up like 31K unrealized, I believe, like around this point after exiting all my trades, 31K. And then I took 2 losses on the same day expiry. So that was a bit of emotional trading on my end. And that's why I stay away from the same day expiry of the open. The very first trade, I don't like trading the same day expiry because it's very emotional, right? It's easier to trade the next week expiry and more difficult for you to manage your emotions with the same day expiry. That's what I feel, right? If you have workarounds to work around so that you don't have to face and deal with a lot of emotions, I think it's good for your trading. And right around here, you guys can see I lost like buy, sell, 10, 11, 10, 14, lost like 4K, 5K right here, 5K right here, 5K again. So yeah, from 31K down to 21K. Then I tried shorting it, like 50 contracts, not big size. Puts for the low of the day, but again, the tape was not very weak, so covered that position. So yeah, I accepted that, okay, I don't want to come down under 20K. And yeah, I mean, 31K was realized, 21K overall green for the day, which is still a really good day. But I feel like positive and negative, I can say, because positive is that had I just taken my first trade next week expiry, and I would have I still covered the remaining 20 contracts right here, because I traded next week, first of all, to avoid the volatility of the same day expiry. And also I was planning to maybe swing those contracts. So the whole point is, yes, I made more, because had I just taken my first trade and called it for the day, I would have made $10,000. I made $21,000. And that is because of my ad on the same day expiry right here. And then I tried adding right here. So it's all about risk to reward. Yes, I was up 41K unrealized at one point of time, but realized it was 31K. You can't think about the unrealized. And I'm pretty sure like if this trade would have worked out, I would have made like 70, 80K for the day. And I would have been like, oh, yeah, I'm the most amazing trader in the world. I'm the best trader in the world. That's right. So these are the emotions you have to deal with as a trader. Overall, if I look at this day, objectively speaking, not like subjectively, objectively, I did a good job holding my winner. My winner from here, partials right here, and then I held the last 20 contracts because I was planning to actually swing the 20 contracts. Did not happen, which is okay. But objectively, I think it was a good day. I could have avoided these losses looking at the 5 minutes chart, but again, I had the profits to play around with. And also I had a bit of deja vu. A lot of times Tesla sells off like this because the market was also really weak. I want to show you guys the market. Market was selling off like crazy and Tesla was holding stronger than the market. So had market pushed back up, and I have seen Tesla bounce from this R6 once we reclaim back above R6 or right around R6, it pushes back for high of the day. I have seen it happen multiple times, and that's why I tried it right here. Did not work out, which is okay. I still had the money to play around with. So part of me was a bit sad for the first 10-15 minutes. I was like, man, I was up 41K, which is again unrealized. Man, I was up 31K realized. Man, what did I do? I fucked up. But then after a few minutes, after like 20-30 minutes, it's all about just letting your emotions settle down. And after my emotions settled down, I was like, it's a good day. You did not do anything wrong. You just tried to leverage your green day to make it a bigger green day. And then you called it when you felt like, okay, you are events trading. And I think I did pretty good. So subjectively, yes, because my subjective mind was like, I was up 41K for the day. But who would have like guessed that this stock is going to go from high of the day back to low of the day, right? That's what happened with this stock. Went from high of the day all the way to low of the day. I was not expecting it. And that is the thing. You can't expect anything from the market. You can just have your strategy and stick to it and make money or lose money. That's what you can do. You can't control the market. You can't control your risk to reward. And at no point of time, I was risking more than I could afford. So I was willing to risk maybe 10K of the profits to make more money. And that's what I did and called it for the day. So that is the roller coaster day. As I mentioned, I've been working on the Summit Academy as well. So we are launching in January 2026. Tesla tape was also really nice right here. So we will have a lot of playbook examples, case studies. If you are a complete beginner, even if you're not a beginner, I mean, intermediate, advanced traders, for everyone. Like, we teach you how to open an account with selection of broker. From that to setting up your platform based on the platforms like I use, not every single platform, to technical analysis, to tape reading, order flow, how to use technicals along with tape reading to score really good trades with order flow, everything. Like the Summit Academy, I'm so excited because I have been working on it behind the scenes like 4 hours every day, and I've been working on it for the past 3 months. I wasn't working 4 hours every single day like 2 months ago, but now because the market is dead, I've been working on the Summit Academy. Yesterday, I traded for the first 15 minutes and then I was working on the Summit Academy for like 2-3 hours. Day before yesterday, it was FOMC day. I did not trade. I did not take any position. I was working on Summit Academy for 4 hours. So I'm very excited for it. If you guys want access to it, there will be a link in the description box below, jawtrades.com. Go there, join the waitlist. We will have a special launch pricing, which is going to be limited to a number of days or number of traders who join the Summit Academy. Because honestly, it's like really cheap. In 2020, when I started trading in 2019, I paid like $3,000-$4,000 on my trading education. In 2020, I paid another $2,500. So overall, I paid like $7,000. I invested $7,000 in my trading education. On top of that, I took losses as well. So it was more like $10,000 to $15,000. But this $997, all my experience, my 7 years of experience, knowledge, order flow, it's going to be the best course. I can assure you that, because the order flow classes in there, I'm so excited for those classes. I'm excited for the reviews. It's going to be really amazing. So you can join the waitlist now. We are launching in Jan 2026 and we will keep you posted as we get closer to the time of the exact date when we're going to be launching if you join the waitlist. Finally, before we end this video, let's take a look at my broker statement for this month. I'm going to refresh this page just so that you know it's real time. Only the account number is going to be blurred. Let's click on realize summary, change it to month to date and view statement. And click on this and you guys can see I'm up $24,396 for the month of December 2025. And out of that, $21,400 came from that one day. So apart from that, I was only green $3,000 for the month of December. So that is the importance of waiting for your playbook setup, especially when you're expecting the month to be really slow and choppy month. In December, we had FOMC as well. So the price action was really bad for the first 8 trading days. On the 9th day, I actually caught $4,500 trade on NVDA, which has been posted. Live trading has been posted on my second channel, Awtani Unscripted. The link will be in the description box below. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.